What's up, guys? I'm gonna talk to you about something. So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is why people come out of the woodwork when you have money. Things that happen to me. And I was just thinking about it before. So the reason why people come out of the woodwork when you have money, let's say, for example, right, you won the lottery or you signed a big contract. I'm gonna drum this down. You signed a big contract, you became popular, famous, so on and so forth. Well, everybody wants to live good. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to have good food, good clothes. They want to do things and they want to be popular, they want to be accepted, and so on and so forth. The problem is that when you work with others, you're dealing with a multitude of personalities. So what I wanted to talk to you about and so you get an understanding is, whenever you have money, that doesn't mean everybody else should have money. And I know that's very callous, but I'm referencing to, you have money and all your friends, relatives, right? They're not entitled to your money. Neither are financial advisors, neither are attorneys, neither are anything. And what happens is people, we're all human beings, and we make mistakes financially. Everybody makes financial mistakes. We either spend too much money, we borrow too much, or we want to be like Hollywood. You know what I mean? We want to be like a celebrity. First of all, number one, they're the worst people that you want to follow. But what happens is people make bad decisions and they need your help. And it makes sense. Well, here's the thing. Let's suppose you won the lottery and you won like significantly $500 million, right? $250 million, $100 million, $75 million, $50 million, right? You won that. I want you to think about how many people in the entire world need help. Everybody. So everybody would need the help, and if you were to help everybody, guess what would happen? You'd have no money left within, no matter how much money you have, within, let's say, it's significant, within probably like a few days, maybe 2-3 days. The reason why people come out of the woodwork is they think they're, a few reasons, is they think they're entitled, they think they're owed, and they think because they know you should help them. You know what I mean? And they get mad if you don't help them. It happened to me. You know what I mean? People came out of the woodwork and they got pissed off because they thought I was gonna, like, you know, the money that you have, no matter how significant it is, right? You have got to understand, right, that it's yours. It's nobody else's. It needs to be invested. It needs to be properly structured, and you have to basically be the master and commander of that nest egg, right? Now, I'm not saying not to help people. You should always help your closest friend and your closest family member. You should always help people that are down on their luck. It's always good. But it's when people ask you, you know what I mean? It's a gray area. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're inclined to help them, help them. If you don't feel good about it, say, look, I know I have all this money, but I'm sorry, I really can't help you. And if they put a guilt trip on you or whatever, you know, you're just going to have to deal with that. Okay? There's no sense like beating a dead horse. If you want to help somebody, you help them. If you don't, you don't. You're not obligated to. And some people are helpers, some people are not. Maybe you are, maybe you are not. That's neither here nor there. So people make bad financial choices in their life, and they need the help out of it. So here's the food for some thought here. What makes them think that they won't get themselves worse off to begin with? You know what I mean? What makes you think that they won't fuck up again? You don't know. Right? You don't know. And the second aspect of people coming out of the woodwork, right, is they'll come out of the woodwork and they're people of unknown, and they feel like they're entitled. And if you don't help them, they'll try to hurt you by suing you and stuff like that. And there's a certain way, and I'm not going to reveal the certain way. I found out legally that nobody could touch you. You know what I mean? What are they going to sue you for? For your underwear? You give them your underwear. You'll be able to buy 1,000 other pairs. You know what I mean? You can wipe your ass with your underwear. Say, here you go. Here's my underwear. You know what I mean? What are they going to sue you for? For your clothes? So the thing that I want to emphasize on a premise is this. That you gotta know who your true friends are. And one of the things is you gotta stay out of the limelight. If you put yourself in the limelight, you're gonna attract what you don't want. You're gonna attract people who you don't need in your life. Lawyers, police people, right? These people who are looking for handouts and so on and so forth. Unless they can make your life better, you don't need them, right? You just don't, right? We need people that will, quote unquote, make an impact in our lives and help us, like, you know, help us be better. You know what I mean? So people coming out of the woodwork, right, when you got money, and if you always wondered about that, they feel a sense of entitlement. And some of them made bad financial choices, and they're looking for somebody to help them out of the bad financial choices. And you got to evaluate whether that's something that you would like to do or something that you wouldn't like to do. And you're not obligated, so you don't have to feel guilty and ashamed. Because once you help somebody once, guess what? You could be on the hook by helping them all the time, and then it becomes no good. Don't make any promises to pay people's mortgages. Don't make any promises to buy people's houses. Don't make any promises, because let's just suppose you got involved with me, right? And we decided, right, we're going to say, okay, you decided you wanted to help people. I said, okay, you want to help people. Well, why don't you help me? And let's say you had, say, $100 million. I said, well, I need $100 million. What's that leave you? And let's say you had $100 million. It leaves you with zero. But then you said, well, I wanted to help people. I said, yeah, you wanted to help people. Well, I'm helping you, right? You know, I'm helping you with $100 million. And secondly, you want to think about that. You know, I like to use that analogy. Also, look at the financial crisis by people like in 2008, the mortgage crisis. The people, what they did was, what did they do? They borrowed all the taxpayers' money and all the investors' money, and then they lost it, but in the meantime, they bonused themselves $100, $200 million. Now, you have to ask yourself, right? Do you think that is a probable cause? You see, now do you understand why I say these bankers are nothing but piece of shits? You need one function of their investment. You just need one function. And don't think you're clever and thinking that, oh, I could figure it out. I know what like Tim is talking about. You're not going to figure it out. And even if you do, then you got to figure out how to invest and so on and so forth. You're not figuring out. I went bankrupt. I know what I'm fucking talking about. Don't try to be clever. Don't try to let somebody like bamboozle you into believing that I don't know what I'm talking about. I have skin in the game. People come out of the woodwork because they make bad financial choices, and they will continue to make bad financial choices because they got themselves in that mess to begin with. Make sense? So you don't want to get involved with people like that. You want to invest your money properly. You want to understand the rules of the markets. You want to understand everything, and then you want to just sit back and collect your, like they say in the papacy's time, collect your ducats. You know what I mean? That's what you want. You want to collect your ducats. Why? Because you deserve it. You don't deserve people telling you what they told me, oh, you're going to be good. And even all these financial people come out of the woodwork as well, because they're looking for the next victim to make money. And think about it. You have $100 million. I have $100 million. Somebody else has $100 million. You know what I mean? And then X, and all of a sudden these people, and now it's $10 billion or so, and you got one guy taking 10% of that, which is $1 billion, let's just say. Do you see how easy of a mark we become? So I want you to think about that. The reason why people come out of the woodwork is because A, they feel entitled, B, they made bad financial decisions, and C, they want to use your money. They use my money. You know what I mean? And they ran their luck out. It's all about the investor, not about like the investee. You know what I mean? The person who's doing thing. Like, you got to set up a game plan. So they make bad financial decisions. So when they make bad financial decisions, they look for somebody like us to help them out. And if we don't, they get pissed off. Meanwhile, even if you had $100 million, and even if you had, right, to be able to get them out of their shit, what makes you think that even what you have, yes, you have, what makes you think that they won't screw up again and again and again, and you make it worse for them? All right, I'm checking out, and I will see you again, okay?